All right. Now that you have pre-enrolled and you are a part of our community, I am so excited to be able to share with you exactly how to plug in, duplicate what you have already done, and continue to keep learning all the way through our official launch in October. So, we're going to talk about resources and we're going to talk about ways that you're going to stay organized. All right. You're a business owner now. So, welcome to being an entrepreneur. One of the biggest things that you need is a system and knowing where your resources are, so that you can get your questions answered. But not only that, so that you can plug other people into those as well. So, first and foremost, you have the person that invited you into this business, right? They told you about it, you joined them. You have them as a resource all of the time. You should be using them and asking questions and conversing with them and asking them what they're doing, so on and so forth. Then you also have your smaller team, a pocket of people who've also said yes within your team. You're going to have that team leader as well. And then listen, y'all, we are all being led by Andrea and Justin. Okay. So, what I need you to know is that when Justin's app comes out, it is going to be absolutely phenomenal. And you're going to have all kinds of resources out there on the table for you. But until then, these trainings are really serving as a placeholder until we get there. All right. We also have a team page that hopefully you have been added to. If not, please make sure that you ask your leader to add you to that. And again, this is a place where we're going to be communicating everything that you need to know. So here's kind of a general rule in business. I want you to check two places before you ask me, before you ask your sponsor. All right. You're going to be able to check around in the team page. There's actually a magnifying glass at the top of the team page that you can type different things in, different keywords. So if you're like, hey, what do I need to know about the comp plan? Or what do I need to know about a peptide or this specific question? Type it in there to see if you can find the answer first. Second place to look is the boards app. I'm going to walk you through that here in just a minute. This is our team's filing system. I say our teams, this is not entire company wide within everybody who's joined Justin. This is just from our team down. So just keep it close to you and know that. But also, along that note, we're a very vibrant community. So you're going to be able to learn things from other leaders out there as well. But the biggest thing is to make sure that you are plugged in, you're hearing the communications, you know what to expect, but you're not getting overwhelmed. All right. If you've already started getting overwhelmed, I want you to take yourself off of a few threads. All right. We can also always get really excited and add you to things. But at the end of the day, you really just need to focus on your sponsor, your closest leader, and the team page. All right. That's it. Even over in Justin's team page right now, I love all of the people there. We're going to get to know them. But right now, I'm just going to tell y'all it's a lot of noise over there. So maybe just either turn off the notifications or pull yourself out of that team page if you want. I can promise you, Andrea and I are going to give you all the information that you need to know from that page. All right. So another place that you need to know is obviously we've have these getting started videos that you need to make sure everyone on your team, no matter if they've done this before, never done this before, whatever, we want everybody to have a same base layer to hear us talk about how we're going to build this business together, so that we all are starting from the ground up. All right. The next resource you have, guys, is, or I should say, are all of Justin's calls. He has been so abundant to put up his schedule for us. And so, check the cadence of those calls. You should be plugging into them. Every single time I go to one, I learn something new. All right. Now, with that being said, you don't have to come to all of them. I know that most of you have full-time jobs, but if you do have a guest that's showing up, you at the very minimum need to make sure you have a reminder on your phone so that you follow up with them directly after that call. All right. But every time that you show up, you're going to see the big vision. You're going to educate yourself. You're going to find yourself talking about it more because you've heard it, right? What goes in is going to come out. And so if you're hearing it over and over and over again, then you are going to feel more educated and more confident about what you're talking about. All right. Now, the last thing I will tell you is that each of you are going to find different things that work for you. So we can give you all the tools and resources in the world, but you ultimately need to find your own system. All right. For example, how are you keeping track of all your people? I personally like having a written out list. Maybe you like to use something else. You need to find out what your system is. But the point is, if you keep practicing it, all of these things are just going to start rolling off your tongue. All right. And so if you find yourself saying the same things over and over and over again, Maybe you need to set yourself up a text replacement or a note in your phone that you can go grab. Hey, when someone asks me this question, here's how I'm responding. Why did you choose Make Wellness, right? You should already have a blurb about what that is so that as they're asking you, you can go and share that right away. All right. Again, your focus is on being excited and inviting. Excited and inviting. That's it. Everything else can go to the wayside, y'all, because you can get, go down rabbit holes where you're trying to find out all these things. And at the end of the day, that's not helping you build your business. All right. So, some people may be asking, okay, I get it, Lindsay. I see what you're plugging me into, but what exactly is my duplication process? Again, remember, service to many leads to greatness. So you want to not only be doing this, but you want to be teaching other people how to do this. And so guess what? You're just going to repeat what you did. All right. Connecting with them, getting them on the calls, answering their questions, and pre enrolling. And then we're going to turn around and plug them into our team and the resources that they have available. This is why this duplication is so simplistic, is that once you get it down, you're going to be able to turn and repeat it with as many people as you possibly want to. All right. So, behind the curtain, what I just want you to know is that if you are experiencing a little bit of like, golly, why don't we have this yet? Or why can't I have access to that? Or why does this just seem unclear? I want you guys to realize behind the curtain of a pre-launch, like we're not even out in front of the audience yet. We don't have everything completely done yet. And that's okay. That's a part of being an early adopter. And so again, just hold everything with a grain of salt. Understand that it's okay that you don't have every single question answered. All right. The first business that I started, I didn't know everything. But as you get into practicing, you're going to learn more and more and more. All right. So practice by doing, not by just sitting and consuming information. All right. The other thing I will say is don't slow down reaching out and talking to somebody. If somebody asks you a question and you don't yet know the answer to that yet, it's okay. We're going to get that question answered. But maybe the next person you talk to, she doesn't even care about that same question, right? So don't feel like you have to have all of the information to keep moving forward. Now, what I do, this is kind of like my baby, guys. All right. And I used it in my previous business. It was very, very helpful for our team. And again, remember, this is a placeholder until we get the actual app. All right. But with that being said, I did want to walk you around this amazing resource called the Boards app. It is a filing system for you where you are going to be able to say, all right, I wonder what Zooms we have this week. All right. In this Zooms folder, you're going to see this is our weekly schedule. We keep this up to date. This is the Zoom call for absolutely everything. So if I was wanting to go share this with someone, there's also an app for this. I'm obviously showing you the desktop version, but you would simply click in here and you can go copy and paste this into the message from someone else. Again, on your phone, you're able to connect your keyboard. So it's really easy to send that way as well. Let's say I wanted to send this image to someone. All right. You can either just download it straight from here, or you can go ahead and snap a screenshot, and that way you have that to be able to share. All right. So that is the Zoom information. Here is probably where the money's at and the information to share. Who we are, what's the deal behind our company, why are we special, what is our mission statement, all of that is here. We do have information about products. All right. Here are the clinical trials that people are looking for. If you're like, hey, Lindsay, I don't even know what products we're selling yet. Here's a list of them. Really simplistic, easy. You can go grab that. Here's also some images that we have been given. And again, this will continue to be updated. All right. Product FAQs. If we've been asked a question, we found the answer and we've put it here. We're going to continue to update this all the time. All right. So again, when I say check a couple places, go check the team page for your question. Go check here in the Boards app for your question. If you don't find the answer, then of course, please come back and ask. Comp plan stuff is here. Again, this is language examples. If you have someone who's a gym owner, you might want to send something like this. If you have someone who, you're wanting to just get some feedback from, here's this. If you're like, okay, I don't know how to follow up with people, here's 3 examples of how to follow up. Again, this is going to be evergreen. It's going to be ever growing. So keep checking back, but these are some of your examples. New affiliate information. So once you join this is a place where you're going to be able to see our trainings that we just had, any sort of working Zooms that we also have. We do that every Monday at 11 a.m. And so all the replays are going to be posted right here that you can go back and watch. There's also a link to your back office, the timing details. Here's the technical support email. And again, this is our overall team Facebook page, as well as other ways that you can plug in. All right. Another general FAQs. Here's some business FAQs. What does it cost to join? What's the difference in a customer and affiliate and a business builder? So on and so forth. Social media might be one of your favorite places to go. If you are looking for, hey, I just joined, or I'm trying to help my new consultant send her first message, or I'm sorry, post her first social media, here's kind of like a framework that you can send. All right. There are also engagement post questions like, hey, what if you were able to market to bring to market the mom brain pill? I get it. You think I'm not the picture of health. There is no way I could get into the health business, right? You want to start conversations. All right. I'm going to go in here and clean some of this up because I just basically brain dumped everything I know in here. But there are plenty of different engagement ideas available here, as well as stories that you can share on your Instagram or your Facebook stories. All right. Okay. I think that might be it. If you're looking to send a video on exactly how to use this Boards app to your friends, you can send the link directly to them. This also shows you exactly how to set up your keyboard. All right. If you want to start using the keyboard, I will tell everyone you have 100 free impressions with the Boards app. That means you can send 100 times for free. After that, they do charge you, or you simply go in and copy the message and send it, as opposed to just sending it as a straight text message. All right. So any of that, copy, paste, all of that is free. But if you want to actually use the keyboard and or straight to text, then you will get 100 freebies. All right. Okay, plug in. I want you to plug in. If you have not yet walked around the Boards app, I want you to spend the next 5 minutes after this video, go look around. Find some questions that you've been asking, find the answers there. Play around with it. Send a text, a test text to your husband or your wife and say, hey, I'm playing around with this, trying to figure out how to use it. Again, remember, if you do not practice it, you're not going to use it. So go practice. And then again, at the end of the day, if you have grand ideas and you're like, hey, we really need to add this resource. I'm having a lot of people ask me about this. Can we add this to the Boards app? The answer is yes. All right. We are constantly evolving what we have for you guys, but we want to have something right in front of you that you can be like, okay, I just enjoyed today. I know exactly what I need to do moving forward. So plug in, drown out the noise, focus in on your activity at the end of the day, y'all. All right. Learn your resources. But if you're not doing the do and having the conversations, none of these resources matter. All right. So don't get stuck behind the scenes is my biggest tip for you. So call to action again. Go dig around on some of your resources. Figure out how to use them so that they are user-friendly for you. If you have any questions, please ask. And at the end of the day, again, remember, we've got work to do. We've got so many things to go share with so many people. And so make sure that you have those resources readily available so that no matter where you're at the ball field, at the grocery store, at your work, at the doctor's office, you have that information that you can be like, oh yeah, I have it right here. Boom, there it goes. All right. Okay. Hope that is helpful for y'all. Again, we are going to keep evolving these resources. And reminder, Justin's app is absolutely phenomenal. So once we get that, you guys are going to be absolutely blown away.